welcome or welcome back. I'm Laura and Violet is asleep behind me. Today I'm going to be sharing a few tips and products that I found really helpful for her first few months of life. She's going to be 4 months old in a couple weeks, and these things really did make the experience better for both me and Violet. So first up, we have LED light bulbs that are connected to Wi-Fi. These light bulbs are awesome. You can dim them and change it to all kinds of different colors, and you can control it from your phone. So this means that, let's say you're doing a nighttime feeding, your newborn wakes up at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's super dark. Usually your phone is right next to you. So you just open up the app, turn it on to like a nice red so that it doesn't wake up the baby with like bright light, but you can still see. I have a red bulb and this lamp over here and in the shower, and that made the nighttime feedings a lot better. And also when I was recovering from my C-section and I had to get up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom, the lights didn't wake her up. We have these all over the house. It makes nap times really easy in any room, and I think it really helps her get used to like a nighttime sleep routine, because once she got used to the kind of dimmed red light in here, I think that cued to her like, hey, this is nighttime sleep. You can sleep for a long time now. And this is really unexpected. I don't think I've seen the LED light bulbs in any like newborn hack video before. And this was actually something that my boyfriend got before Violet even came along. It was just like a really cool upgrade to some of our lamps to do more like fun lighting at night, and I've just found it to be really useful. So it's not that expensive on Amazon. I'll link below how much it is for like a 4-pack of light bulbs. We have them all over the house in different lamps. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of overhead light anyway. Like, it's just like too stimulating and not very aesthetic. So being able to change the light and the brightness, and each lamp has been really soothing. It really fits the space and it helps my family. Also, taking a shower in like a nice like pink light or like a blue or purple, like it really adds to the self-care element for those much needed showers and alone time. When you're like having a glass of wine in the shower after a long day, being able to customize it for yourself is really nice. All right, next up, we're talking about zippers. Mason's aunt had recommended getting zip-up footsie pajamas and zip-up like snuggler sleepers. She also gave us some from her daughter, who's about 6 months older than Violet. They have been fantastic. It's so much easier to change her diaper at night. We don't have to mess with all those buttons. So I highly recommend the zip-up footsie pajamas. That way you don't have to fight with socks. You don't have to take the pants on and off. You don't have to fumble around for buttons in the dark. And plus it's all one piece, so the laundry is even easier. So most of the time Violet is in these little zippy pajamas because it's easier for us. And we'll put her in a cute little outfit if we're going somewhere or if someone's coming over, but she spends a great deal of her time in snuggly little footsie pajamas. Okay, and that brings me to the Up Swaddles. Violet is big on moving her hands around and putting them in her mouth, and she struggles a lot when her hands are just, when you try to swaddle her just like with her hands down. And so this is a zip-up swaddle, and it has like a little space for her hands to go like this so that she can turn and like munch on her hand or whatever. It's also supposed to be a little bit more safe for like just in case she rolls over, she can kind of create some space for herself to breathe. And it's super handy with the zipper that starts at the bottom, so you can just kind of flip this open for diaper changing. They're also like a really soft material, so I'm going to link this in the bottom as well. I actually need to get more for the size that she is now, because this is like the last one that we have that fits, and I'm washing it like almost every day. So again, get things with the zippers. You will be so glad that you did. While we're still talking about sleep, I would like to recommend a co-sleeper. It pulls up next to the bed. It has a little gate that comes down. So I had been bed sharing with her for her first few weeks. So she slept in the bed next to me. Mason slept out on the couch, and I could, just like pop a boob out and feed her all throughout the night whenever she needed it. But once she became a little bit more mobile, we thought that it would be a better option to have her beside the bed instead. But it was also really tough because I stopped breastfeeding and she went into the co-sleeper during the same week. So I missed her so much in the bed and I missed that connection, but we got through it and I found other ways that are just as valid to connect with her. I don't think she even minded switching from bed sharing to being in the co-sleeper. I didn't see any kind of difference. Like, if anything, I think she slept a little bit more soundly. And when she's in the co-sleeper, I can still just like flop my arm over and like rub her tummy or put her passy back in her mouth or pet her nose. Like, it's really handy. I can also wheel it around throughout the house, so if I'm working on my computer in there or making dinner, I can put the gate up and she can just kind of chill in her co-sleeper. And it has mesh sides, so it's safe. There's nothing in there that she could suffocate on, and that kind of put our mind at ease. So yeah, if you're not gonna do bed sharing, I would recommend a co-sleeper that goes like right up next to the bed. Okay, next up is a portable little stuffed lounger. So this can go on the couch or on the floor or on the bed, and it just has a little bit of protection around the edge so she can't roll out, and it's safe for her. And you can carry it from one room to the next without really jostling your baby around. If you have a newborn, once they're asleep, you don't want anything to interrupt that sleep. So I know that a lot of these tips are just covering sleep helpers or like things that aid sleeping, but I mean, you get it, right? Like, once your baby's asleep, let's just keep it that way. The lounger has also been really helpful, like when we go to Mason's parents' house or to see friends, we can bring that along and put her in it so that she can hang out somewhere where she's familiar and comfortable. We can kind of carry her around as she sleeps, and we found it really helpful. It was easy to take in the car, not bulky. It helps her become more acclimated to a new space. Okay, now something else that is like a life changer is an electric nail grinder. I didn't bring it in here, but I'll link it below. I've used it myself for filing my nails because I wanted to see what it was like and if it would hurt her or anything. And it's so safe and gentle and smooth. There's none of those like sharp edges you get with nail clippers, and she doesn't mind it at all. It doesn't make a ton of noise, it gets the job done pretty quickly, and it makes it so that she's not hurting herself. It was a really big deal to me to not put her in the little mittens because I thought that she would learn about using her hands and become more coordinated if she didn't wear them. And so I wanted to be sure that she could be safe from scratching herself too bad while also being able to use her hands. So the nail grinder kept us from having to use mittens. And I think it helped her develop her coordination a little bit faster. And it's also pretty inexpensive, and you can use it as well. Okay, last for products, get more burp cloths than you think you're gonna need. I have 12, and I feel like I should have got more. I wash them constantly. Sometimes I go through all of them in one day. And like, whether you're breastfeeding or formula feeding, like there's always snot or saliva or spit up. There's always something that you're gonna need to be wiping off. And you're gonna want some in your diaper bag, you're gonna want some throughout the house. So just get more than you think you're gonna need. I found a really soft, cozy set that was pretty inexpensive on Amazon, so I'm gonna link that as well. Okay, that's it for products, and now I'm gonna talk about a few tips. Okay, my first tip is don't be afraid to take the help that people are offering you. This could be family or friends. If they are offering you help with your laundry or your dishes or picking up for you or cooking you a meal, or if you want them to hang out with your baby for a little while you go to the store or take a shower, if they are offering, it probably means that they truly would like to help you. Like you're recovering from birth. Like that's huge. And you might feel the urge to want to do everything yourself because of wanting to be perceived as a good mom, like wanting to be able to do it all yourself and having those bragging rights, not being seen as like needing help. Like there's so many reasons why someone wouldn't take the help. Like I found it really hard to take the help, and my mother-in-law lives next door and wants to help me so much, and I really appreciate it. But I find myself being like, no, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. When really it would make her happy to help me and I would have more time to do other stuff that I want to do. But I did take help, and I think that getting that help from her and my partner and our family and friends helped me heal a little bit more quickly from the C-section and helped me settle myself mentally into this new way of life. It helps me process a lot of the trauma that I experienced during the birth. So it's something that I'm still working on, is taking the help that is being freely given. Okay, the next tip is to have a sense of humor. A lot of this stuff is scary and gross and irritating and frustrating, but usually if you look hard enough, there's something funny about it. And for me at least, like humor is so helpful for dealing with tough emotions or when I'm overwhelmed. So when I'm stressed out or frustrated or I don't know what to do next, or Violet's crying and I'm not sure what to do about it, like, oh, finding the joke in it always helps. There's always something to laugh about. There's always something amusing about it if you look at it. And I'm not, hang on. Let me get this Violet. And I'm not encouraging like toxic positivity or anything like that. Like a lot of times things just suck. And a lot of times, oh no. Well, Violet just spit up on me, and perfect timing because that's pretty funny. Oh, Violet. Oh, you feel better. See, like I could have been mad or frustrated or, you know, want to change, but usually it's funny when she spits up. Like, it's okay. As long as she's not hurt, I mean, it's fine. It's funny. So, and sometimes, like, even if things aren't funny in the moment, they're gonna be a funny story for later. So yeah, try to find the humor in it if you can. It might help. Okay, my last tip is for all of you control freaks like me out there. I've spoken about this before, but I had a lot of expectations for my birth plan. I had a lot of expectations about breastfeeding and what I was gonna do as a parent, and and it makes me laugh now because so much of it is different than I thought it would be, and I had to reevaluate what my plan is, and I had to get over the fact that it wasn't always going to go my way or the way that I had wanted it to go or expected it to go. With babies, things change all the time. The unexpected is to be expected. And just when you think you've got it all figured out, something's gonna change. And that's pretty exciting. It can be frustrating, but at least you know it's not gonna be boring. She spit up on me again. But that's okay. That's okay. wash this blanket. See, and if only I had a burp cloth on me. I didn't bring one in here, and I do need to order more. I think that's gonna cover it for today. I just wanted to share with you a few things that helped me, and hopefully they will help you. I talked about the LED Wi-Fi lights, zip-up footsie sleepers and swaddles, the co-sleeper, a portable lounger, the nail grinder so that you don't have to do mittens, and more burp cloths than you think you'll need. I also talked about not being afraid of taking the help, having a sense of humor about things, and letting go of your need for control and your expectations. I hope you had a great time with us today. I make new videos every Tuesday and Thursday about parenting, lifestyle, vintage art, writing. I'm also working on a podcast that covers parenthood and creativity, where I'll be interviewing all kinds of cool parents that are creative or small business owners. I like to talk about sexuality and mental health and all the hard stuff and all the fun stuff. I am queer, polyamorous, almost 30, and loving my life. Thank you so much if you've been watching. I think this will be my 9th video. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram. I'm at laura.slate, and I will see you next time. Bye.